Just wait for the other phone to catch up, folks. Okay. Good. Well, good afternoon, I guess. It is Tuesday. I woke up this morning thinking it was Wednesday. I showed up for a doctor's appointment that I don't have till tomorrow. I don't know. I think I'm still just a little discombobulated from all we've had going on. Busy as, I'll tell you. So it's a good day to just hang out, scrap stuff, and drink hot chocolate. Hi, Brandon. Let me just see if I can get this up here. So I have a couple things here to scrap for you, with you. And some of these, yes, I've done before. I don't mean to be, redundant, but it's what it's what I have on the table right now that I can actually do. So these are Cisco wired Ethernet cards. Ah, shit, this one's got a security bit. Some of these have security bits in. As I go through them, well, there may be one or two we can't do, and that's... Oh, I said shit on TikTok. Let's go to that content. Hey, Patrick. I'm pretty well, thank you. So I have been busy. I think that's partly why I'm a little bit discombobulated. I've got so much going on all at once, but certainly no complaints. My head is just swimming with assorted ideas. Hey, I'm retired. If I want it to be Wednesday, it can be Wednesday. So I did quite a few of these a couple weeks ago with you. This is a little bit older version that I was able to get a little bit cheaper. So I thought maybe we'd take a look. I know some of these are going to have security bits, and I'll have to just put those to the side. If you don't have security bit screwdrivers, yeah, I doubt you can see this on camera, but a security screw or a tamper-proof screw has a little button in the center of it, and the screwdriver needs to have a hole to go over that button before you can turn it. You'll find them on microwaves, you'll find them here and there. You can take an angle grinder and just cut straight across and then take it off with a flathead screwdriver if you don't have the proper tool at your disposal. I did loosen up a couple of these. These have actually been, guys, a pretty good scrap for us. Places seem to throw them out by the hundreds. And I've seen these in classrooms, lecture halls. And I think what they do is, I think each student has one at their desk, and they wire into like a master internet or server or some such thing, so they can interact with the professor or teacher or whatever. This one is actually called Ethernet. It's pretty old, and I bought them. They're tested, they work, but this one they can't update the software because it's really old. The last ones we did were called Aranet. They were the same kind of thing, just a more recent offering. This is an AirLap 1142NEK9. Looking for a date. I'm always looking for a date. Usually on Friday nights. Yeah, I don't see a date on here. I do know they're older. Let's see. Hopefully this goes well for us. I like scrapping these, and they're, because there's really some good value in them, and they're not too hard to scrap. You just pop all the screws out, pop this guy apart. This, I just gotta take the sticky things off. This is a nice piece of cast aluminum. So you'll get, I've got 10 of these here, so we'll have 20 pieces of cast aluminum. That weighs, I think that weigh in at 2.5 pounds or somewhere around there. Then you get a couple of boards. Now, Board Sort and I have been back and forth, not fighting, but discussing these particular boards. They are going to take them from now on, I think, as peripheral boards. You know, so I'm not going to really argue with them. You know, that's when you're working with the buyer, you got to take what they're going to give you, right? Thanks, Tim. It is Craig's Point 1725. Hi, Buffoon. Hi, Tori. This one I can see going peripheral low. I know already, only because I've scrapped 1,001 of these. There's like 1 or 2 chips here. There's not a lot on this board, but there's what they do to define a peripheral board. And again, I've been studying this like crazy because I'm trying to increase my own knowledge so that I can share more with you. So this will go, I'll take the wires of course, this will go as a peripheral board because it has a little bit of visible gold. There's not enough gold there to warrant gold finger card, not by any means. By the way, guys, these are like super cheap to pick up. You'll get your money back just on the cast. I don't know if I can get these off. They're a real pain in the neck. But there's a lot of MLCCs here. And there's some chips under here. Not a lot. Not a lot. But, so, for me, this will be a peripheral low grade because it has this on it. It's got a lot of junk. That degrades the board. Alright, whew, it got warm in here. Finally stopped raining. Good Lord, I was getting ready to build an ark, guys. Finally stopped raining, but it's super, super windy out. So, if I go do anything on the lawn, it's just going to blow all over the place, so I'm going to have to wait another day or two, I think, and that's okay. I can hang out with you guys today. So this is the other half of the board that comes in there. Peripheral boards will come from things like this: internet, Ethernet devices, TVs, audio equipment. Now this board, I would have put it into high-grade telecom, but Board Sort has indicated they will buy this board as a peripheral high-grade board. So this is peripheral low because it's got all this garbage on it, and it doesn't have a lot for the buyer. I don't know if I can pop this off or not. Let's see. I'll get one of these off by the end of the video for you. So I finally found somebody to fix my hair, which I'm really happy about. I'm feeling a lot better about myself. Got it styled better. It's amazing what a bad haircut can do. I told the last person who cut my hair, I want you to cut it short because I want to think about maybe changing to a lighter shade. Well, she shaved me. When I kid you not, I looked like G.I. Jane. And, but I finally got that fixed, and I feel so much better about myself now. That was very upsetting. So, ooh, wasn't that nice to come up just like that? So yeah, see, there's really nothing there, right? There's got to be at least one chip on here somewhere. Maybe not. Oh, there's a chip. I mean, you can take this to whatever degree of microscoping you'd like to do. Again, I'm just going to take this one off. I'm going to show you the chips that are under here. There's a couple. I mean, I probably This one could make a good case for being upgraded with a little bit of work. Sometimes with a little work you can upgrade a peripheral load or a peripheral high, which pays an additional $1 a pound, guys. So that might be worth it. You don't mind if I pop these off and we learn together, do you? I like to show you guys whatever I have, only because, you know, if you're out trying to buy e-scrap and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose a lot of money. It makes, you know, if I can give you the information you need so you can make a good buying decision, I'm more than happy to do that for you. Hi, Real Dude. Hi, Sideshow Bob. Thank you, all of you who are sending gifts. It's very, very nice. I'm extremely excited. I did get a notification that I'll be qualifying for monetization and subscriptions and things. I haven't decided what I want to do. If my nephew William is watching, he will scream at me. He's my publicist, and he really, my niece and my 2 nephews really helped me get started with the whole TikTok thing. YouTube was easy. I had no problem with that. But TikTok is a whole different platform. Okay, nothing behind door number 1. And always, guys, when you're pushing things and pulling things, push them away from you, huh? Yeah, a little bit of copper flashing behind door number 2. I'll take these off. This way we'll have one board to go back to look at. How's that sound? I think if I clean this one up, I might be able to upgrade this to a peripheral high. I think. I am going to show these to Chris at Board Sort and ask him before I send them. Because last time apparently he did not agree with my grading of them. And that's okay. It's you know, they're very, by the way, they're super professional guys. If you don't know what you're doing, they're going to help you learn. Peripheral boards, like, they're the bane of my existence. I mess up more things with peripheral boards, and I study the videos, and I still make mistakes. Yeah, so I think with a little work, you know, get the rubbish off of it. This could, and it's got to have visible gold. That's the thing for a peripheral board. I think maybe this could go peripheral high. I have to find something to grab this e-scrap with. E-scrap's super sharp, guys. You're going to cut yourself if you're not careful. I think you guys all saw me cut myself a week ago. It's almost healed. But, I had to get oversized gloves. I have, my hands often are very swollen and I can't always get a glove onto them. So I ordered oversized men's gloves. I'm waiting for them to come in. Oh, here's a goodie. That's a gold band crystal oscillator. So yeah. Yeah, clean this up a little bit and you've got, I think I'm going to put these both into peripheral high. I'm not going to worry about it, I think. Hello, Robert Richer. Hi, Mary Jen 73. How are ya? And, forgive me, guys. Sometimes it's really hard to see the names go by. They have them in such a light color. Oh, yeah. Sure. Yep. I'm okay with putting both of these in high peripheral boards. I took a minute to clean it up. Now there's no garbage on it, huh? That's a gold band crystal oscillator. I'm not going to take these. Sometimes I do. I personally don't refine gold. I don't keep gold. Well, I keep. Oh, they're not here. I keep gold pins and things like that, and I'll sell them by the pound. You know, and that's actually my new venture. I've started to sell e-scrap. I can always sell it to Board Sort, of course. I have heard from more people how hard it is to find e-scrap for refining. e-scrap for refining stuff. So I have made quite a bit of e-scrap available for purchase. I just started doing it. And right now, for the moment, it's in my eBay store, which is Connecticut CT Band Instruments. That is my eBay store, and I am starting to list scrap by the pound. I listed well, actually, I'll amend that. I'm starting to put in lots of LOTS, like bunches, groups of e-scrap. I took all those really gorgeous vintage boards from the other day. Thank you, yes it is. How much per single board? You mean like a board like this? I'd have to weigh it to give you a more accurate answer. Pretty much when I sell e-scrap, I match whatever board sort would have bought it from. If I was to sell it to board sort, what would I have gotten for it? And I base my e-scrap sale pricing on that, just because they're the standard. I think it's super fair because whoever buys my e-scrap is going to get a nice clean board ready to do whatever they're going to do with it. Now, for somebody who, these can both go as peripheral boards now that I cleaned it. I think so. I'm comfortable with that. This one obviously is the better board, and I had graded this as a high-grade telecom and was told that now they want them graded as peripherals. There's a bunch of gold in here. There's a lot of gold here. This is all gold here. This is gold. Got a gold banded BGA chip here. That's gold. So in answer to your question, Gavino, what I've been doing is I've got boxes, and I think I've got some pictures up on my TikTok channel. I've got boxes, it's all weighed out and measured and ready to go, and then when I have the box full, I send it off to, I put it on eBay. If I can't sell it or it doesn't work out, well, I'll actually send it to board sort. But I'd like to make some good quality material available to you. Everybody's like, do you have any RAM? I sell out of RAM as fast as I can list it. I do have a wholesaler who I'm trying to work out a deal with to try to get some more. Everybody wants RAM. I sent a big load out to board sort a couple of weeks ago, so I just think it's something I'm going to do. I think it's going to be fun. And, a lot of you guys who are doing gold refining, well, maybe it'll help you out a little bit, I hope. I got to be careful. I don't want to stab myself here. I think I need to, those things that catchers wear? I think I need one of those. Catcher D. And the Yankees win. And the reason I'm doing this, I want to get this piece of plastic off. This comes off really easily, usually. And the reason I'm doing this, I want to get this piece of plastic off. This comes off really easily, usually. Sorry about that. We had a phone call come in and it paused the video. That is one thing I like about TikTok's platform a lot more than I like YouTube's. You get booted off. I don't know about the live format, but I knew like recording a video, you'll get booted off if your phone happens to ring. But what this does is it just paused the live. So this is just a plastic shell that you can get off of here, hopefully. I don't have the screwdriver that I want. I've been known to take these and just bash them off with a hammer outside, but I don't really want to do that. So yeah, I think I should get a catcher's shield. I'm hoping this has brass on it like the other one did. Hey Patrick, how's that huge load of E-scrap going that you've been working on? Oh, this doesn't have brass feet. Oh. Alright, so I'll take that plastic off. If this is stainless or aluminum, I can leave it. If it's steel, I gotta take it off. Yeah, this I'll have to take off. I'll just hit that with an angle grinder. That sticks. The other ones I got, the ones that are a little bit newer, or the newer ones had these brass feet on them. I must have got 5 or 6 pounds of brass off of them. So, yeah. So anyway, to get back to your question, Gavino, I will price them by the pound, with whatever material I have. Like this is probably, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 pound of weight there. They're pretty heavy. But you'll see the pictures. You'll see my post here on TikTok of the boxes that I have ready. I've got them on eBay. It's just easier for me at the moment. I will be putting them on my website, which is thecomputerscrapper.com. But sometimes during the day and the evening, when the little ones are here, I don't always see the emails come in. So, check out my eBay store. They're there. I can certainly combine ship. I have a music store here in Shelton, Connecticut, and if you would like to pick up your e-scrap, you're certainly more than welcome to do so. Like I said, I know how hard it is for people to get computer scrap for refining. If this helps, who wants to go buy a whole pallet full of e-scrap if you haven't even tried refining it, right? And some of it, like some of the plastic e-boards that I was showing you guys yesterday, they're not any good for that. All right. I think we'll do one more. That's actually, I've got to remember to leave the scale where it's accessible. Peripheral boards, I think, sell between $2.49 and $3.49 a pound. And I do sell them by the pound. I don't sell them by the pallet. That's really, I would love to. I would just love to fill up Gaylord boxes and pallets and send it all off to board sort and make boatloads of money, but I don't have the space for that, I don't get the gold off Z-Dizzy 69, but what I do is I prepare these boards, or, for somebody who would do that. When I know I'm going to sell a board to somebody, I'm selling it for the purpose of gold refining. I'm not going to nip anything off it. I'm not going to nip the gold fingers. I'm not going to take the gold band crystal oscillator, etc., etc. Let's do one more. These are like a total win-win, guys. I mean, I paid less than $5 a piece for them, and I'm going to get that back just in the cast aluminum. I have to clean it up a little bit. The other ones we got were Aeronets. That was the brand. I think that might be their current brand. Yeah, this plastic has gotten a bit dry, so it's not coming off as easy as some of the other stuff. And without gloves, I really don't want to pull on it. I don't want to get cut again. There we go. Come in. Hey, thank you kindly. That is aluminum. These have to come off. These, like I said, you can just take your angle grinder or a Dremel and just zip, zip, zip. I suppose you could pull them off with a pair of wire cutters. Let's find out. But these what'll happen if you don't get this off, they're going to downgrade this to dirty aluminum or irony aluminum. There you go. So that'll come off just like that. But it is steel. I have to get that off. The yards are getting, and they have to be, and I can offer you somewhat of an explanation. When the yard sells a load of clean aluminum, it can't have any steel on it, because what will happen is their buyer will get that load, run the magnet through, they will find steel in it, they'll downgrade a whole load, a tractor trailer's worth. Yeah, no, it's refining is very, very dangerous. There's a lot of people who are professionals at it. They have the proper equipment. And I know some of you who follow me every day know that this may be a little repetitive, but, if somebody asks a question, I do want to answer it for you. Gold refining is very dangerous. Oh, let me finish about this first. Your mom is... That's funny. Hello, David McLeod. Nice to meet you. So anyway, you've got to check this, and if you've been to the scrapyard and you've had the pleasure of them downgrading your load, well, imagine how they would feel times about 1,000 pounds more, right? So it's got to be clean. If you're going to sell it to the yard, otherwise, they're going to run a magnet over it. They're going to say nope, and what they're going to do is they're going to downgrade your whole load, not just a piece. They don't have got time to go through it piece by piece. So it is your responsibility to make sure your load is clean. And these will clean up without too much trouble. You get the idea, right, guys? I mean, even if it's just a little bit and it sticks, nope, they're going to say irony light. Irony light means it has a little bit of metal on it. Irony heavy, it's got a lot of metal on it. Let's do one more. I don't know what else I have here today. Oh, I know what I have. I do have that heavy monstrosity Dell laptop I might do. I have more Cisco stuff in the car. I didn't bring it in because I didn't think it would, I didn't think I'd go through this so quickly. It's funny, some of them have the security bit and some don't. They're the same darn machines. I think this might be from 2001. There's an 01 and a date here. But the fellow at the IT recovery, not really a lot, custom computers. I have a cup of coffee in the morning. I have a cup of tea at 4 o'clock. And in between, I drink a lot of hot chocolate. I like hot chocolate. It's really, I get cold, so I like my hot chocolate. Hello, Barrett. And again, thank you all of those people who have sent likes, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That would be most appreciated. No soup for you. No soup for you. No scrap for you. Yeah. See, this has gotten dried out, so the plastic will be a little more finicky to take off. A smaller screwdriver here. I'll find the one I want. So I have out in the car a Sun microsystem server, which I probably will scrap out a little bit later. I'm going to have to clear this table. Whether I'm live or not, I'm going to have to clear off all this before I bring that in, because it's, they're big, they're heavy. But that should be an interesting scrap. I've been ordering older servers. I've been buying older servers and older computers, again, because of the gold recovery. You don't have to worry about these stickers. That's not what's meant by dirty and clean aluminum. I think I'd probably get the plastic off. Dirty and clean aluminum, guys, just means, about the metal. So this one's clean. That one's dirty. Simple as that. And I've got to I've got to get a load to the scrapyard tomorrow. Oh, here's another thing too. Cisco and Dell usually have very nice gold connector ends. You can definitely nip those off and you know, put them in your gold recovery pile. Like I said, I sell that too. I don't refine gold. If you don't know what you're doing, it's extremely dangerous. The chemicals are really toxic. You have to know chemistry, you have to know math. I don't like either one. That's aluminum. Yep. I can go over there with its friends. Ah, the sound of money. So for the sake of time, what I will do is I will take all the high peripherals that are ready, and I'll get those ready. These I'll put aside and I'll clean later. This is what it looks like. There's a before and after. Before, after. Right now, this would go low peripheral. If you clean it up, you can get that to be a high peripheral board. Plenty of visible gold, lots of good chips, and because I cleaned it up, not a lot of garbage on it. So that one's ready to go. That's got to have a bit of work. This one is ready to go. I don't know if you can see it, but lots of good gold there. If you're interested in gold refining, the Archimedes channel is very good. Odin here on TikTok is very good. Scrapping Irish is very good. They know what they're doing, guys. If you want to take a look at gold refining, there are a couple good ones to watch. Don't take it lightly. You don't want to do it in a neighborhood where there's a lot of people and it's populated, because the fumes are toxic. You don't want to do it in the house because you're going to get everybody else in the house sick. I mean, it's just not. If you don't know what you're doing, don't. And you know, Scrap and Irish said that exact set of words. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. You know, he knows what he's doing. Archimedes knows what he's doing. Odin knows what he's doing. You could probably put in hashtag gold refining and find a few more. Alright, so I'm going to I'm going to put this aside. I don't need to break off the plastic on TV, on site. I'm going to nip these off. I've got 2 ounces of clean gold pins that I'll probably put up for sale. They're clean, but they're not 100%. You know, they're never going to be 100% until they've been refined. But they're very, very clean. There's clean gold pins. There's not so clean gold pins. There's gold pins that need a lot of refining. There's gold pins that are just about ready to be refined. And they really all should be sorted out. All right. Bye, custom computers. Hello, Logan. Something or other just went by. Hello, raisins. Hi, Chase. Yeah, I'm sorry I blew my stack on video yesterday. I have very little tolerance for people who think it's okay to go onto my channel and insult me. You know, get off. It really annoyed me, and I know I gotta get a thicker skin about stuff like that. It's gonna happen every day, actually. Anyways, Ben is hilarious. He's just like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. You know, it's hard in the live because, you know, I have to be more mature than that. Okay, so again, this is ready to go. I'll take the feet off, I think. I'm gonna cut your feet off. Uh-oh, gonna get a strike on TikTok. Where do you get your e-waste from? Mostly I do watch Facebook Marketplace for people who are disposing of computers. I know a lot of people in the local schools because of my band instrument rental business, and I offer free computer removal. And you got to put little something in to get a little something out. I'll offer to dispose of their computers, not their computers, dispose of the computers. But I'll offer to take the monitors and the printers because nobody wants them. They have to be taken to the transfer station, and I offer that as a service if they let me have the computers. Staples, don't laugh. Staples will actually pay you for printers and monitors. A couple of points. Sometimes I bring a couple down. They're like the newer ones that could probably be refurbished. This is an AeroNet as well. It's just version 2.0. I wish I had one of the other ones to see what the difference is. 2001. Huh. 2001. So that's pretty good. They're not going to grouse too much about that. They're rubber, they're not steel. If they were steel, they'd have to come off. There with his friends. So then if I perform that service for them, they don't have to pay somebody to come and take it, and I don't mind doing it because they're going to give me something that's going to pay, a bit of money. Aluminum. Take the sticky stuff off. This board's ready to sell. Yeah, when I list these in my eBay store, guys, I actually will try to make a point to say what they came from. So if you're looking for the it'll probably say something like high-grade telecom boards from Cisco AeroNet. You would know to look for it. You would know that you would be receiving these or these. Not that. That's got to get cleaned up. I won't sell something like that. Not to you guys and not to board sort. So nip. And this. There's a lot of trying to think some other places. Facebook Marketplace. I found a lot of computers there. Where else have I gotten computers? Oh, I'm fortunate. There's an IT recovery specialist business. I can't mention their name because they've asked me not to. Client confidential and some other things that they've just asked me not yet. They'll let me sooner or later. They go in and they change IT equipment out. They buy working. As a matter of fact, they couldn't test these because they didn't have the right software. I've got a bunch of Cisco switches in the car. Those do work. So those I will also put up for resale. I'll probably take one or two apart just to show you what's inside of it, and then I'll sell off the rest. So that's kind of nice because what he does is he'll email me when he has non-working equipment, and I buy it from him for like 10 cents a pound or some ridiculous figure. He can't resell it, and I need things for my channel for content, so that works out really well. So I will have, by the time I'm done with these, I have another batch that I got to go pick up that was just shipped to the UPS store. And I think I paid $1 or $2 a piece for these. They're really super cheap. And yes, I buy e-scrap on eBay. So I'll have probably 20 of these. And these I'll put separately because I want to clean them up. I don't want to sell it like that. I got to clean that up, so that'll just go aside for another day. Where else do I get e-scrap from? Junk picking. I find it on the curb sometimes. People find my website, and because they see my TikTok and YouTube, they know that I'm a credible person who does destroy e-waste, and I will destroy their hard drives. There's videos of me doing such on both channels. Where else do I get e-scrap from? there's other IT people too. There's 2 or 3 that I actually work with on a regular basis. IT people who install technology, fantastic source of material. I told you guys I was at the transfer station a couple weeks ago, and this guy pulled in with a dump trailer full of e-scrap. And I said, if you give it to me, instead of dumping it, when I sell it, I'll cut you a check. I sent him over $50. And I'll send him more when I actually sell it. But now he took advantage of my offer, which was, I will help you remove IT equipment if you give me the old computers. And he's called me twice. So that trailer full of e-waste I bought a couple of weeks ago, God, that was insane. Middle of February, and I'm driving out to an outside storage facility in the ice, in the snow, getting e-scrap. That was insane. I don't know if I can pause the video. I would like to, because I would like to go out and get the other material. I can't. So you got to get this plastic cover off. I'll probably wind up with, I'm going to just walk over and weigh that real quick. And where's the other one? Let me just weigh these real quick so I can tell you what we'll actually get out of them. I want a top and a bottom. That's the bottom. I want the top. There we go. Let me just walk over to the scale and weigh these. Yeah, so each piece weighed in at a pound. So that's 20, that'll be 40 pounds of cast. Clean cast, of course. And the boards, I don't know if I can get these to weigh. Let me try. I wish I had brought the other stuff in with me. I didn't know. These don't weigh in it very much. They're about an ounce a piece, but I'll have 20 of them, so that'll be 1.5 pounds of these, and a pound, probably about the same on these. So I'll have 3 pounds of high-grade telecom boards, 20 pounds of cast, no, wait a minute, 40 pounds of cast aluminum. Yeah, 40 pounds, because I got these 10 and I got 10 more. And then, the screws will just go in with shred. So, I think I'm going to love and leave you guys. I've got to clean up and get the servers in, but I have to clean the desk before I do that. And I don't know. Should I? Maybe I'll do one more for those of you who just joined. Huh? Why not? So for those of you who just joined us, I'll do one more because I hate that. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. And please don't scream at me. PlayStation. I don't know if this is a custom case or something else. I did put some questions out about it. It got wet and it is scratched. I'm going to try to do this without destroying the case. I might be able to resell that. Oh, I'm so glad I had something else on my desk to show you. I hate when I have to cut the video early because I'm too fast for myself. Yeah, I did a couple of Xboxes the other day. This got wet, guys. It was on the curb. It's never going to work again, So out of the Xboxes, I got an unbelievable copper aluminum heatsink. Got to clean those up, which is a real pain in the neck, but you have to clean those. You have to get the copper and the aluminum separated from each other. Otherwise, you get like 20 cents a pound. It's ridiculous. So a lot of times on electronics, the screws are under these sticky little feet. Hi, Joshua. Yeah, scrap electronics are a great place to get boards. Now there is a long screw. Holy Toledo. I might hold on to that. That could be useful for something. I don't know what, but I swear to God, I got more screws than Lowe's. So yeah, try to get yourself in with some IT people. And I think the biggest thing, guys, is a lot of people only will sell to what's called an R2 recycler. Somebody like Shark Scrapper, for example, carries that certification, and that certification means you're entering into a contract to dispose of those assets. You'll destroy the data. You'll either wipe or reformat the asset, and you won't resell it with the data on it. I do not carry that license, although I probably should, could, and would, but I do take it, and I'll sign a certificate of destruction when I get to the other yard. I have a yard in Meriden that shreds all of the hard drives. I don't have to worry. I take the boards off. The boards I do sell to Board Sort. Hard drive boards are probably the one thing you won't find in my on my site to sell, because you can still get information off of those. Those I sell to Board Sort, and those I sell to a certified recycler. I'm careful with those. I have to be, I don't want to. You don't want to put somebody's data out there. That would be not nice. Hey, let's shine a little light on the situation. I have never taken one of these apart before, by the way. My very first TikTok live was probably about a month ago. Yeah, I was out to lunch with two of my nephews, and I don't remember why. I think it had maybe snowed or something, but for some reason my kitchen looked like a bomb went off, and I might have been in the middle of painting. Yeah, there were dishes everywhere, just crap everywhere. Maybe I had made breakfast not cleaned up, I don't remember. And I like to sit at my kitchen table. It's just my favorite spot in the house. I do all my videos here. I do my computer work here. I love my kitchen. Probably because it's the room in the house that I spent most of my time with Mom in. And I've been painting, so it's all nice and bright and clean. I've got new shades that I just put up. And I like my kitchen. Hello, Jay Hill. Welcome. So we went out to lunch, and they decided that, Auntie D, you have got to go live on TikTok. I'm like, I am not going live on TikTok. You're out of your cotton picking mind. But Will says, this is where I'm going with this. He says, yeah, he said, but I have an Xbox that I broke. My game is stuck inside. I need you to take it apart, and we can do a buy one, get one. I'll help you do your first live. So they did, and off I went. And here I am a month and a half later with a lot of subscribers, and I've just learned so much. It's hot chocolate, guys. I have a cup of coffee in the morning, and another one at 4 o'clock I have tea. My mother always liked to have high tea. All right, just kidding. I don't know if this is a specialty cover. It says 2005 gamer graphics on it, but it's pretty beat. I don't know. Somebody might want it though. I don't know. Oh God, this is soaking wet. Yuck. That's a nice heat sink. This is old. This is old school for sure. It stinks too because it got wet. It smells like dead dog. Blech, wet dog. Maybe not dead dog, wet dog. Nothing worse than wet dog. Oh, excuse me, wet dogs that have been sprayed by a skunk, those are even worse. Still can't believe I thought today was Wednesday and I went to my doctor's appointment. Crap. Obviously that's tomorrow. Nothing serious, just a checkup and stuff. I don't know, they're probably going to ask me if I'm suffering from dementia now that I don't know what day it is. Dementia, it's exhaustion, there's a difference. If you left me a question and I didn't answer you because I didn't see it, I do go back and I do read the comments, and if I have an intelligent answer for you, I'd be glad to give you one. Long handle screwdrivers, guys, these are the best for getting down into these little nooks and crannies and divots. And hello, Timothy. Ryan Martin, Venezuela, welcome. These go by so fast. Well, welcome all friends, new and old. God, this is a pain in the ass to get over. As I said, I have not done one of these before. I'd imagine it's going to be hard. It's just going to be fiddly because there's a lot of screws. These are called precision screwdrivers, and I don't know if you can see that, but the whole body turns much easier on the hands. I do have an electric drill, but the problem is, if I'm trying to talk and do that. Hello, Chris. Hello, Chad. Chad Park 2. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. I feel like Christmas. Let's see if I can start getting this apart. But you can just lay your hand on it and just twist. Takes a lot of pressure off your wrist and stuff. I use these a lot when I'm doing band instrument repair. Sometimes you really have to get way down into some tight little corner. You have to apply pressure, and then turn, because some kid has gotten a screw stuck or some such thing. So they're helpful. They're a good tool to have. Wow, that was a loud bang. Everybody's garbage cans got blown all over Kingdom Creation this morning. It was so windy. Ugh. Mother Nature is on steroids or something lately. I don't know. There were actually some pretty decent boards inside of the Xboxes. This is a PlayStation. Or at least was. It was a PlayStation. Now it's eScript. And again, I would have tried to sell this if it wasn't. It was in a bucket. It was soaking wet. And, this is something you don't resale, guys. I might try to sell that cover, though. I gotta look up the... Oh, man. That. I wonder if I can try that. I don't want this in my house. I'm going to put that outside because it has a very evil title to it, and I don't want it in my house. I don't want anything bad in my house, and this qualifies. Goodbye. No, thank you. Don't care for that at all. I don't want it in the house. I'll probably take a hammer to it later. I'm not really paranoid, guys. I just prefer not to have things like that in my house. Okay, now. You ever had that happen where you scrapped out a game system and found some really valuable game? Treasure hunting with Jeebus is always fun. He knows gaming like nobody I've ever seen, and he's always finding vintage games. Hi, welcome to people who just joined us. We've been scrapping out Cisco. What did we decide those things were? Wireless boxes. And this is an Xbox. And then what I'll do is I'll do one more of the Cisco switches for the folks who, not switches, the Aeronets for the people who just joined in. This is just like doing a CD-ROM drive, guys. This is probably brass. I've got a nice bin of brass going from the CD-ROM drives and from other things. And again, guys, when you're popping things loose, always away from your face. Huh? I learned that in band instrument technician school, too. So what's the weather like where you guys are? Is it getting any warmer? I could not believe. Here we are well into April, and we had sleet yesterday morning. I'm like, are you kidding me? Friday I was out in my shorts cutting the grass. Alright. So yeah, that should be brass. I'll hit it with the file just to make sure. It could be stainless, but most of the time that's a piece of brass that you'll get out of a CD-ROM driver. Some people will go after the motors. You know, I just don't. It's just not. It's not for me. You know. I like to take out the boards and resell the components. That's what I like to do. I like busting stuff. It's fun. Snowing in Rochester, New York. Get out. Are you serious? Wow. Went to Home Depot yesterday in the sleet. I bought arborvitae trees because they had them on sale. We had to take out all of our Canadian hemlock trees. They got infested. They're beautiful. We had beautiful, mature Canadian hemlock trees all around our property, but they got this, it looked like snow on them. It was called don't laugh, it's called a woolly eagle did. And we had to take them all down. And it was heartbreaking. We took the last of them, finally we took out last year. But they had an email special come through, and I usually put them in spam, but they had small arborvitae trees for like $5. So I went and I bought 10 of them in the sleet. There were a bunch of other people there too. Everybody's buying bulbs and trees. We're in our winter coats and hats and gloves buying things to plant. I guess we're just optimists. Hi, Tracy. Thanks for the like. 2.3K. It's kind of an odd time to go on, but I have, and I actually wasn't going to go on today because I was hoping to work in the yard. It was supposed to. It is warmer, but it's super windy, and it's not really warm enough to work in the yard. So instead, I went to the doctor's appointment that I didn't have. Ay, ay, ay. And it's tough being a retired girl, let me tell you. Just your brain just, you get out of a regular routine and your whole mindset just changes. Okay. Again, I always push everything away from me. Yeah. Okay. Well. So this I'll put in with my shred. A nice piece of brass there I can try to get out. I think I could just put a punch through there and just hit it with a hammer and punch that thing. I could get away with throwing this in shred, but that's kind of a lot of plastic for the yard. I don't want to make them mad at me. Oh, everybody be mad at me. Alright. Hi, Cruz K. Padilla, welcome. The good thing is I don't have to go anywhere today. My student, well, that's not good, they're sick. Both of my students are out sick today, so I don't have to go to the music school. So I can probably, after I clean up here, I can probably do those switches for you later. I do tend to try to get rid of stuff as quickly as I can. I do this for my house, and I don't want the rubbish accumulating. Yeah, I guess I gotta try not to break this case either. I don't think I broke anything. I think I was careful taking it apart. I don't know if this is something collectible or not. I have no idea. Right. Tiny Torx. There's a set you can get from Home Depot. It's called there. It's a Husky, and it comes with like 10 or 11 different bits. But if you're going to do it, well, this one might work if you're going to do apples. I don't know if you can see how tiny that is. And you'll get those on CDs a lot, CD-ROM boards, hard drives, things like that. It was $8. And it's okay. But I've got an order in for an electrician set. Hi, Paul. Welcome. Yeah. The other problem is, depending on where the unit was made, some of them are standard and some are metric, so you actually have to have sets of both. And this one doesn't want to work. Okay, well, I didn't want to break the case, and I still don't want to break the case. Decisions. But I want to get this out. Yeah, there we go. How about that? They did it without breaking the case. Yay! Hopefully. Come on now. Off with you. Off with your head. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's taped. Okay. Alright. Alright, maybe I'll see if anybody wants this case. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit beat up, but somebody who's a game collector might really might want something like that. It depends on your yard, Coleman. Coleman's question was, will the yard take dehumidifiers and air conditioners? It depends on your yard. Some of them will charge you a fee to dump it. I gave my transfer station here in town, which is a free service. They charge us, but they bring somebody in to drain the air conditioners. A lot of yards make you drain them. Some of them have a separate area to sort them. So I think that would be a question for your yard. I've stopped putting them on the curb because what the scrappers do, and I'm not knocking scrappers. I wish more scrappers would be responsible about Freon recovery. Freon is so dangerous. It eats holes in the ozone layer. Just imagine what it does to your lungs. They take them and they just cut them and discharge the Freon, and that's irresponsible. So I don't leave those things on the curb. I take them to the transfer station because I know they will be safely recycled. Again, it's just me. Oh, sure. Just check with your yard. Oh, there's a pile of crap. Oh, God. Oh, my God. That's a low-grade board. Holy cow. That's the power supply. Wow. Mother McCready, this is depressing. Oh, I got a good piece of shred. Hallelujah. Wow. Don't you love that I do these live with you just so I can embarrass myself on YouTube or TikTok and whatever. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. King William has lit up all gifts in their gallery. Well, that's pretty awesome. I better get a good board out of this after all that. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here and go. It happens, you know. But again, you know, those of you who watch my channel know that I take the good, bad, and the ugly with whatever it is I'm scrapping. Some things are monumental finds. Like yesterday, oh my God, when we scrapped out those old vintage computers, that was incredible. Oh my God, did we get some cool stuff out of there. This is disgusting. All it takes is one little screw to hang up the works. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Now, user who I had the issue with yesterday, if you don't think I just saw that post that you put in before you immediately cut out, you're wrong. I did see it. You upset me yesterday, and you will not have the pleasure of doing so ever again. You think I didn't see it? I did. There's no need to be like that. We're all adults here, at least I thought we were. No need for that at all. I think I was more upset with myself because I got upset. Some people just need to grow up. LG Ryder. Colorado proud. I love Colorado. It was so pretty. I didn't, it was kind of like a connecting flight kind of thing. I didn't get to stay very long. It was really pretty. And I don't know if I can get this apart. Crap. Well, sorry guys, the verification thing clicks on after about an hour. So let's see if we can take the Godzilla screw and get that off of there. Hi, hey Sebastian. Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. It's getting there. It was all the way across here, but that's why I had to end the video right away, because I knew if I could treat it, I would have less chance of a problem with it. You know, but thank you for asking. It was very kind. It is healing well. Those of you who may have been watching my Thursday video saw me cut my hand open doing knee scrap. I had to cut the video short, and but that's exactly how I did it. Was pulling a piece of metal, and I got myself good. Don't want to do that again. I have gloves on sale on order. I had to order extra large men's gloves. I have arthritis, and sometimes I can't get everything into the glove that I need to get into the glove. So I'm hoping they come in soon. It probably came in some porch pirate grabbed them already. But yeah, I don't want to repeat that again. It wasn't fun. You can really get hurt doing e-scrap, guys. You know, you can get stuff in your eyes, you can breathe in toxic fumes, you can cut yourself on metal. Yeah, the only reason I demolished the PlayStation is because it was already soaking wet and the interior is beyond any kind of redemption. I would never have destroyed something that we could have used for parts. But I just saw your comment go by about the PlayStation. Check this out. And I think it's PJed, maybe. Look at this. Do you know anything about this cover? Ooh, cut yourself with snips. They're supposed to snip pins, not fingers. Hi Sully, how are you? Yeah, I'm sorry, this is taking me a lot longer than I expected it to. You know what it is, a lot of this stuff is, it's rusted. And because it's rusted, it's being stubborn. Time for the Godzilla screwdriver, that's what I say. A skin? Oh, like a custom cover kind of? That's what it says on it. It says custom covers. Do people collect those kind of things? Fax wrong fingers and wasn't on RAM either. I don't know what you're talking about. A radioactive sign. Is it not? I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's got some stains and stuff on it, but somebody who, I was really careful taking it apart. That may be something cool for somebody who's into vintage things. I might not be able to get the rest of this apart, guys. It has the tiniest torque screws that you've ever seen in your life, and I don't know if I can get that apart. I'm going to reach for the snips and see if I can get that to come off. Like I said, my hands are not always the best. Hi, Susie-O. Fax wrong, fingers and wasn't on RAM either. I am sorry, I don't quite understand your comment or question. If I have made a mistake, I would love to know about it nicely, please. And I will, I've learned a lot from you guys too, you know. A lot of stuff I learned from you. Aha, there we go. Alright, well, after all that, I'll get an aluminum heatsink. A little bit of aluminum. This is steel. That's going to be sticky. This is an older PlayStation. It was like 1990. Oh, RAM sticks. Some call them fingers. Some called teeth. I call them gold fingers. As a matter of fact, when I'm selling RAM, if this is of any assistance, it's graded as gold fingered RAM. That's how they grade it. Hi, Angel. How are you? So these should be brass. Got nice. I haven't checked the commodities market today. I know copper went down a whole potload yesterday. That wasn't cool. Hello, Peter Redhorn. Yeah, no. I don't call them teeth. I think they're called gold fingers. Because like even slot cards and stuff. And I'm answering a question, guys. If you're wondering why I'm babbling like I am, like anything like this, these are gold fingers, whether it's on RAM stick or on something, like this amazingly cool old school board. Yeah, they call those fingers. You can call them anything you want. It doesn't matter. Here's some gold. Yay! Gold recovery. Now this stuff I save. I got a couple of big jars full of it. And, I own gold. My precious. Okay. I'll keep that. I shop at Goodwill. Why would I remind you of somebody who shops at Goodwill? What's wrong with Goodwill? You mean looking for vintage treasures and stuff? Yeah. Now, Goodwill actually has gotten very expensive here in the States. It's really become far less of a non-profit than it used to be. I did find a really nice drum set there the other day, though, from my music school. Alright, let me get these guys off of here. Try to. I wonder if they screw loose from the other side. Oh, this thing's a bitch to take apart. I said bitch. Oh my god. Give her a copyright strike. Wow. I won't do one of these live again. This is too tedious. Yeah, I'm going to have to take them off here. They're actually holding the board to this plate. Let's see if I can get them. Crud. See, this got wet, so I think what happened is a lot of this stuff is just rusted and is not going to cooperate. Let's see if I can break it. Ha! That's what I had to do, break it. Yeah, no, I don't want to cut myself again. Thank you. That was bad enough the other day. Yeah, these I'm just gonna break these off. It's not like I'm saving the board. I can't resell this. I mean, the board was damaged, so those can go in the brass bucket. Hi, Gator J. Alright, we're almost there. The moment of truth has arrived. Well, I would say, now this is made in 2002, Sony Computer Entertainment, so maybe this cover is from 2002. I don't know. I don't know. So I would put this in as a peripheral high-grade board. There are a lot of chips after all that work. I know, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to take so long. It's just me today. Gold-banded VGA, gold-edged BGAs. Some kind of chip under here. Lots of visible gold. So yeah, I'll put this in with Telecom High. As again, I do not depopulate these. I might bend those down so somebody doesn't get skewered. But with my new policy about selling things to people who want to, not policy, but my new thought about selling things to people who might want to refine gold, I'm not going to depopulate them. So all that for about $2 worth of board. Well, anyway, wanted to show you something new, and I I hope I did. I'm probably going to sign off shortly here. I've been on for an hour and change, and I don't really have anything else on the bench to show you right now. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to sort a lot of this stuff, and I'm probably going to take apart a couple more of these Cisco things. You know what? I will take. Sorry to you guys who've already seen me take it apart 3 of them, but for the people who just came in, I picked up 20 of these, and a lot of you have already seen these, and I'm sorry, but I do want to do one quickly just for the folks who just came in, so they can see. So these are Cisco Aeronets. These are not, take that back, they're not Aeronets. I don't know what mode these are. The Aeronets are the ones we did a couple of weeks ago. But let me show you real quick what's inside. Often you will need a security bit screw for these. Fortunately, I haven't run into that too much today. I've got 2 over there that I will have to do that. These are super easy to scrap, and again, to those of you who've been with me since the beginning of the video, my apologies, but, I wanted to show everybody what's inside. That's what I like to do. I like to, I like to take, like, a lot of the same thing apart in a video so that you know what's in there, so that you're informed. If you decide to go buy some e-scrap, you don't want to go buying Sony PlayStations or something. What the heck were those things that I got I didn't get burned, but there was like nothing in them, and they were very expensive network switches or some such thing. I opened the thing up. It's this gigantic server, and there's like it was a Dell Power Edge. I figured, this is going to be an awesome scrap out. There's a board about the size of a small motherboard in it, and that was it. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So, you can't always tell. So there's 2 pieces of nice cast. You got to clean one of them up. You got to clean the bottom piece off, or the top piece. You got to clean. That's the sound of money, kids. You got to clean the steel off. Then the boards, you'll get, this is going to be a peripheral high-grade board. Lots of visible gold, no rubbish on it, really not much, and pretty well densely populated with components. Peripheral boards come off TVs, they come off communications equipment, internet things. That's piece cast. And then I took the time, really don't want to do another whole one here. I've got a few of those. I'm going to sell these by the pound, guys. Just they'll be on my eBay store. If any of you are getting into gold recovery, I do have some small quantities of e-scrap for you. So there are 2 boards. This one's, the top board here is fine to sell as is, as a high-grade peripheral board. Basically, peripheral boards are anything that aren't motherboards. Simple as that. Thank you for the gifts, guys. You're awesome. Wires are ruthless. That they are. So you'll get this. This one's ready to sell. This can go right in the box with its friends. This one you're going to need to clean up a bit. This would go right now as is as a peripheral low-grade board. Yes, it's got components, it's got visible gold, it's got chips, but it's got a lot of garbage on it. So with a few minutes work, you can break that aluminum off, and now that can go as a peripheral high-grade board. There's a difference of $1 a pound, so you would definitely want to do that. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Very nice lady. I am a nice lady, usually. I try. It was not nice yesterday, I could tell you that. I'm so mad at myself. And then he had the nerve to get it. He jumped on Made a nasty comment and jumped right off again. I gotta find out how to block that guy, man. Seriously, grow up. You know, if you can't play nice, don't play at all. Trying to think if I have anything else here I can show you. I don't really have anything else new. I'm going to clean off the workbench. I think I'm going to make myself some lunch, and then I'm going to see about possibly doing another video later on. I will post this video on my YouTube. You can't repost TikTok if it's over an hour, and I know I'm well over an hour at this point. So I will post this on my YouTube for you. So if you'd like to go back and see what a waste of time this Xbox was. It was half an hour's work for that. I'm going to throw that in with peripheral boards. I might clean this junk off so I can get peripheral high for it. It's got gold flashing, it's got chips, doesn't have a lot of, you know, these capacitors don't really weigh much. But I think that can probably go as a high-grade peripheral board if I clean it up a little bit. Low-grade if I don't. That was fun. That was fun to have something different to scrap. What else? So, watch my eBay store. I will be definitely... Oh, I'm glad, Susie. I'm glad. My pleasure. That's why I like to do this. I like to try to teach people about e-scrapping. I had a lot of people who taught me. I am a little tired today. I'm sorry, guys. I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to clean off the workbench, and then I'm going to go see what else is in my car. I have a big box of e-scrap. I do have a Sun server I'm going to do. If I don't go live, there'll just be a regular video on it. And there will be e-scrap for sale in my eBay store, CT Band Instruments. Selling it by the pound, basically selling it for exactly what I would have sold it the board sort for. You're welcome to pick it up if you're in the Connecticut area. I will ship it anywhere you need it to go. I am very low on RAM and gold pin CPUs. I do have some coming, I think. You know, if it's available, it'll be in the store. You can see the pictures of all my nice neat boxes, all in a row, all marked, all ready to be sold. And I do not depopulate boards that I'm going to resell to people for refining purposes. All right. Keep in touch. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. 4.3 for 2 o'clock in the afternoon is pretty good. I will see you soon. Again, I will repost this video up on my YouTube channel. Same title, D-Scraps, E-Scraps. And I think I'm going to get cleaned up, have a bite of lunch, maybe take a nap. I'm tired today. And see about getting those servers. That Sun server, the Sun Micro server I have should be a good one. I also I found a couple of Cisco servers and a couple of Dell servers that the model number was much lower on, which is indicative of it being an older server. Some of those older servers really have some unbelievable boards in them. And, you know, maybe we'll find something good together, or maybe there'll be nothing in there. Who knows? Anyway, stay wonderful. Love you guys. Be well. God bless you all. And thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I hope I was able to bring you some useful information. And I don't know what I'm going to do about my cyber stalker who loves to get on my channel and swear at me. I'll figure it out. Bye, guys. Love ya. I can never get this to turn off right away. I don't understand it. There we go. It doesn't want me to go away.